Cardinals will put boot to
That was just your
leather,
first
and this will
assumption.
be the start of a new season. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34.
Right.
Running inside, it's Owens. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It is.
Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M.
Shit,
Doesn't
man.
matter what time
Your
of
clock is
season
on,
it
man.
is,
Your
a
clock
top
is
10
on.
win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdog.
That shit probably feel you
would
about to
love
get drafted, boy.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very
You on the clock, dog.
beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
And the Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. Reed. With the catch, it's Johnson. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot.
Right.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes
you locking in, dog. Man, I can put that shit at work.
Can they continue to grow?
Got
Can
to.
the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route, 80 yards, and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch of this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
Finding some room. Got enough for the first. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive in this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Owens. He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They're on the board first here in the season opener. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field.
I was going to actually get told him, but I ain't going to skip.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
With a purpose. I think he didn't want you to do it.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Brown to begin the drive.
The bird got to eventually leave the nest, dog.
Play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. On 1st down, it's Brown again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I
That's a
agree
really
with you,
nice play.
dog. That
It's
ain't no such
impressive. On
shit.
its
But
first
you
down, the
know what I mean?
defense
Like,
thinks
you
you might be
know,
running the football.
I feel
You
like
still
that
can line up
sometimes
and
that's
get
what
some
people do
movement at the
to
point of
find,
attack
you know
and
what I mean,
find
to
a
find
little
their way.
crease
You
for your running back.
know what I mean? Like, it just happened to not work out, but you took that risk. Like, so yeah,
After the productive
but
first down play,
this time,
second
it's
and
time
6.
different.
Hand off, Isaac Brown.
But you can do it,
And the
dog.
defense
What else is out
wrestles
in the
him to
world?
the ground.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Could be an alley.
Yeah.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Louisville.
And it's the game-breaking speed. You see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL
You ain't gonna
draft,
out on
he
him.
would have been
You
playing
know
on
what I mean?
Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Reed with the catch. It's Owens. There he goes. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Aggies come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Got the quick pass. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The run inside. It's Owens. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Up to 45 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season.
Right.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Lets it fly. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Aggies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole.
His heels everywhere, dog.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was.
And I think that he's smart enough to avoid shit, dog. Like,
and the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it as we get a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
That shit don't appease everybody, dog. Like,
they've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Here's a little room there. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
A give to Brown.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. And the Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Instantly.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Now on the move. Maybe some room here. Inside the 40. Inside the 30. Touchdown, Aggie. Once he got some room, it was over.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clip here. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable. Having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
And the extra point is good. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cardinals!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. He'll bring it out. It's Bussy. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second.
The only thing that you can do, man, is be supportive and like let them know that they can talk to you about whatever. Because if you don't, they can do that shit without you knowing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Reed to throw. The short hands. It's Moore. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so
that's all you can do, man. That's all you can do.
Saw it right there.
Hey, let's make sure you ain't out here making no kids. Just be safe.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Looking downfield, it's Reed.
All right, then always get talking to you. All right, then, Black Brownie.
Immediately, but a good pickup on
all right,
that
man, y'all boy B's.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Might have a chance. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggie. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Hughes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Oh, maybe a double pass. Here's a heat. Finds a man on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Caught behind the line. It's Hughes. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Louisville calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Again, it's Brown. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run for it. It's Brown. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Running inside. It's Edwards. There's a crease. Lowers those pads. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 14, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Ducks who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying.
Turning it on! Touchdown Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one. And that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Looking left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Quarterback making checks. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. One more time, it's Brown. There's some room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
The run inside. It's Edwards. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Throwing Reed. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. The offense changing the play. From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely foot the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Louisville's offense is taking the field, and they look ready to go. How big as this drive. Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. The give to Brown. Maybe a crease. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards.
Breaks into the open.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff for Brown. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And how about this defense keeping everything in front and making the short tackle to turn it over on downs?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Making side adjustments here. Fighting off the defender. Offense in an empty set. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th, all tied up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
Here we go. Ready. Hey, kill it. 674, take off. 674, take off.
they want to run this quarterback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Aggies want to move quickly.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Reed finds his man. It's Edwards. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense is headed back out on the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. On the move. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Cardinals are flying down the field. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. That's caught. It's Foley. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Hand off, Isaac Brown. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
We knew this crowd would make its presence felt, and they are doing so in a big spot. Makes the catch, and he's free. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. The give, running right, Brown. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Brown again. Finding some room. Touchdown, Louisville! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Cardinals with a counterpunch.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Reed fires to the big fella. There he goes. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Might be changing the route. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
In a situation like this, it's all about confidence on offense, and having success early in the drive is paramount. And that's what you've seen. They've done a really good job here putting a few plays together. They've got some momentum. They've got to keep this thing up if they're going to go score.
Here's Reed to throw. And they can't make the connection.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Texas A&M! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. The Aggies get it right back.
And man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there and finish this thing off.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Under fire. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap, it's Brown. Could be an alley. Makes it past the marker. The 50. The 40. The 20. Inside the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cardinals! The Cardinals with a counterpunch.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
And they'll try to win it right here with the 2-point conversion, and this crowd is electric trying to stop them. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And now they've decided to go for 2. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. He is in, and they roll the dice. Won't settle for the tie. They take the lead with a 2-point conversion. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. On the direct snap, it's Edwards. Got to make it to the end zone. Got to stay on his feet. Can he get there? That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.